The film starts and we see a boy named Bary. He was ready for his office, and before going, he stops at a bakery and orders a sandwich. Then he gets a call from his head that some thieves have stolen poison gas from a building. He will have to reach there quickly and catch those thieves. There is devastation everywhere. Now Bary quickly wears his suit and reaches Gotham City. His running speed was so fast, which used to take him to another place in seconds. Now Flash reaches the place where the robbery took place. He comes and sees the bad conditions everywhere, and there was devastation all around. That's why he calls Batman to help him. Now the entry is of Batman, who was following those thieves on his bike. Flash sees that the building in which the thieves had stolen was completely destroyed. There was a hospital in the upper part of the building. Along with that, there were many children in a room who were falling down due to the destruction of the building, but Flash was trying to save all the children by using his super speed and power. Here his battery also gets low. That's when he stopped everything in the air and eats some things from a microwave, eats some from the fridge, after which his battery was charged. Now he saves all the children one by one and made a lane of them and easily takes them down while holding them. After this, we are shown Batman, who was still following those thieves. He hit his bike and climbed on top of the car of those thieves. Now he beats them all and takes them out of the car. Now while fighting with them, he falls down from the bridge with that thief along with that car who had poison gas. Batman and that thief were hanging from the bridge. Here comes Wonder Woman who threw her rope and saved Batman and that thief. Flash also saved everyone's life, and those thieves are handed over to the police. After this, Bary, that is Flash, goes back to the same bakery and came to the office with a sandwich for himself, where he was being scolded by the boss because he was late, but anyway, he completes his work in the office. After it, he meets his old friend who was a lawyer. She tells Flash, that is Bary, that I am working on your dad's case and I am sad that I cannot save them because all the evidence is against your dad. Everyone has to say that your dad killed your mom. Tomorrow he will appear in court and I think he will be sentenced to death. Hearing this, Bary gets angry because he knew that his dad did not kill his mom. Now Bary wears the Flash suit again at night, and he stood in front of his old house and remembers the day when his mom died. Actually, the day his mom was going to make something new in the food. When she went to buy things from the market, she forgot the tomato ketchup, and then she sends Bary's dad to buy it because tomato ketchup was very important for that recipe. Now Bary's dad went to the market to buy tomato ketchup and Bary himself came to his room. After a while, Bary heard his mom screaming. When he came out and saw, there were thieves in his house who stabbed Bary's mom and ran away from there, but along with that, his dad had also come there, but because being stabbed, his mom died. That's why the police come there. They think that Bary's mom was killed by Bary's dad because at that time his dad was sitting with his mom, and this was the reason that the police caught him and took him with them. Now the story comes again in the present. Bary, in the form of the Flash, thinks if his mom had not died, his dad would not have been with the police today. Thinking this, he uses his power speed and runs very fast. While running, electricity was coming out of his feet. Now while running, he had travel time. He reaches a different world where he remembers all the accidents that happened in his past. If he wanted, he could have changed it, but anyway, he comes back to his world. Now he goes straight to Batman. He says, if my mom had not died in the past, my dad would not have been in jail today. Why don't I go back to the past and fix everything again? Let me change these things. Batman says, Flash, it would be stupid to do this because if such accidents had not happened in our life, we would never be at this level today. If your mom had not died, you would not have become the Flash, and just like that, if my parents had not died, I would never have become Batman, so forget what happened. It can be very heavy to tease at such a time, but Flash still does not believe what Batman says. He wears his suit and uses his lightning-like speed and runs fast and reached his past, when his mom came to the market to buy the ingredients of the recipe. Now what he does there is he put tomato ketchup in his mom's basket, so that when she goes home, he has tomato ketchup and his mom does not send his dad to buy ketchup from outside the house, and in this way, his house will not be alone. No thief will come to his house, and in this way, his mom will not die. His dad will not be taken by the police. Now after fixing all this, Flash is running again at his speed and moving to his time means present time. Meanwhile, a strange man punches him and he reaches the time when he was 18 years old. Reaching there, he moves to his home and becomes happy to meet his parents. He was feeling he has done everything fine while moving into his mother's past, but then he sees from the window that Bary of this time was returning home. Now here, let me tell you about both Bary. We will call the present Bary 1 and Bary 2 of this time's Bary. Here, Bary 1 takes Bary 2 aside and says, "I am your future." Then he discovers today was the day when Bary got the powers to be the Flash. Today is a special day and you will get powers today. You have to get those powers at any cost. I will not be able to go back to my world if you will not do this. After it, Bary 1 takes Bary 2 to a place where he got the powers to become the Flash. It was actually a lab and Bary 2 was sacred here. Bary 1 makes him sit on a chair and then a sharp light moves inside Bary 2 while crossing Bary 1. It means Bary 2 has not got the powers to become the Flash, but Bary 1 has lost all his powers. Due to this, now he couldn't go back to his time. On another side, we see the past Bary 2. He was so happy after getting his powers that he wanders on the roads. He doesn't know the Flash powers properly, how much destruction there will be because of his running. Many accidents happen there on the roads. Bary 1 makes Bary 2 understand that he has to control his powers. After it, they see the TV. General Zod was telling that there is a superhero in this world. I will destroy the whole world if you will not give him back. Bary understands after hearing General Zod that he is talking about Superman and thinks everything will be fine if all the superheroes will be called in the past. We all will compete with General Zod's army together as he is the enemy of the superheroes, because Bary remembered and saw in the past that Superman was weakened in front of Zod's enemy. At that time, Bary was also in his the Flash form, but he couldn't save Superman because he got all his powers newly. After knowing all this, Bary 1, Flash of the present time, starts searching for the superheroes and he discovers that none knows about the superheroes in this world. None has seen Wonder Woman in this world. Aquaman wasn't born in this world. Here Bary 2 tells Bary 1 that a Batman lives in Gotham City, but I don't know much about him. He takes him there and reaching there, Bary 1 meets an old Batman and asks him about Superman. Batman tells that many years ago an alien baby fell on Earth in a pod, but a criminal Siberian team caught him, and I think he is the Superman of this world. Hearing this, Bary says then we have to save him at any cost because General Zod have reached the Earth and he will destroy the whole world if he will not be stopped. We can't defeat Zod without Superman. Now they reach the facility along with Batman while sitting in Batman's bat space, the facility where Superman was imprisoned. Reaching there, they were now ending everyone one by one. Bary 1 has given his the Flash suit to Bary 2 because right now Bary 2 has the powers. All the soldiers were about to end the Flash, but meanwhile, Bary 1 comes in front of him and this world's Flash means Bary 2 has saved Bary 1. Bary's condition gets worse and was vomiting. Here enters Batman and he ends all the soldiers one by one. Later, They go to the place where Superman was kept, but when they move inside, there was a girl, not Superman. They were surprised to see her. Meanwhile, there was a red light and the sirens were ringing. Bary hurriedly lifts up the girl and also takes her suit, which means she was a Supergirl. Actually, when Bary put the tomato ketchup in his mom's basket in the past, a new timeline was made because of his minor mistake, and Supergirl reaches this world instead of Superman. She becomes weak now. They come out of the facility somehow with that Supergirl. Here, the soldiers surround them, but moving out, Supergirl recovers because of the sunlight and she also got her powers back. She becomes furious that they have imprisoned her. She starts beating the soldiers and has ended all of them. After it, Bary 1 and 2 along with Batman took her with them. They give her suit to wear, and after wearing it, they ask her to stay in the sunlight for a while. Due to it, she got all her powers back, but as she got powers she went somewhere. When she left, Bary 1 understands that now he has to face General Zod along with Bary 2 and Batman. Here, he gets the idea that he could get his powers back if he will throw a lightning bolt at him again. He then uses Batman's machine, due to which, he didn't get his powers and also becomes injured. On another side, Supergirl sees that Zod's army has attacked this world's people and he has also reached the Earth. She also wants to take help from the Flash and Batman to stop all of them. She finds Bary in an injured state when she reaches Batman, and when she finds out Bary will get his powers back with a lightning bolt, Supergirl takes him to the heights of the sky when he was unconscious, where he got a lightning bolt. He has got his powers back, and Bary 2 also returns him the Flash suit. Then he made a suit for himself from an old suit of Batman while painting it red. Now they all were ready to face Zod and leave to stop the destruction in the city. Supergirl was destroying Zod's spaceship with her powers while both the Flash were beating Zod's army along with Batman. Here, Supergirl did a long fight with Zod. Both were dominant over each other. Supergirl throws sharp light from her eyes, but Zod was more powerful than her. He defeated Supergirl in this fight. Due to it, she dies and Batman also died in this fight. After it, both the Flash decide to go to the past together where they will revive Supergirl and Batman. They do the same and change the timeline in which Supergirl and Batman died, but even then Supergirl and Batman died later due to some reason, and Bary 1 understands that we can't do anything with our past, which means we can't save their fate as well as ours. Bary 2 wasn't understanding this and was trying, again and again, to save Batman and Supergirl in the past. They were dying in the present, and Bary 1 stops him while saying this can't happen and we can't change our fate even if we want to. Meanwhile, they see the past timelines were about to collapse, and it was so because Bary 2 tried many times to save Batman and Supergirl in the past. The Supermen of all worlds arrive in front of them, and the strange man also arrived who punched Bary 1 at start. Because of it, he was stuck in his past world. Actually, this strange man was none else but Bary 2's future, who was saving Supergirl and Batman for thousands of years but couldn't save them. Bary 1 forbid him from doing this while saying we can't change anything but the future. Bary 2 has lost his mind and attacks Bary 1 with his weapon, but Bary 2 comes in front of him. He was hit with the weapon and dies there. Now because Bary 2 was ended, so his future also ends. The worlds that were about to collapse become fine. After it, only Bary 1 the Flash was left. He thinks if he will let his mom die everything will be fine. He runs speedily and reaches the past, the time when he put the tomato ketchup in his mom's basket, but this time, he again places it back on the shelf. Here, he used his new idea and placed the tomato ketchup on the upper shelf instead of its real place. After it, he returns to his time, means present time, and everything has become fine here. The next day, There was his dad's hearing in court and a lawyer found a video of the time when Bary's mom died and his dad was in the market to take the tomato ketchup. His face was also visible in the video when he picks the ketchup from the upper shelf. With it, it was proved that at that time, Bary's dad wasn't at home and he didn't end Bary's mom. Bary's father was released because of this. This all was done by Bary. He placed the ketchup on the upper shelf. After it, Bary gets a call from Batman who says that he is coming to meet him. When Bary goes to meet him, he was another man and Bary asks where is the real Batman of this world. He says I am Batman, which means Bary didn't return to his real time yet because he didn't place the ketchup in its exact place, and this is the reason his fate changes again and he reaches another timeline. Later, we are shown at the end of the story that Bary the Flash meets the Aquaman of this world. He tells him everything.